Welcome back to the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds here in Springfield, Missouri for the Penda Monster Truck Thunder Drags. This event is put on by the same group that also brings you the four-wheel and off-road jamborees, which offer a host of participant and spectator activities, as well as great racing. You'll see it all right here on Trucks and Tractor Power. And speaking of great racing, we are ready for the semis. It is a matchup of 2 Fords and 2 Dodges.
And Gary, here's the way the pairings come down. Andy Brass and Wildfoot goes against Barefoot Fred SHAFER. SHAFER back in this thing, even though coming out of the bad lane by virtue of being quick loose in the previous round. Dodge Express, DEPPE against Colt Cobra and Snakebite.
Barefoot in the near lane, Wildfoot the far lane. Now, we heard earlier from Andy Brass about the difference in lanes. Now, Fred finds himself once again in the near lane, which the drivers are calling the bad lane. Well, he's had some good luck by virtue of being the fast loser. He is back, but this could be a disadvantage. Let's see how he sees it.
A lot of loose gravel there, and the truck will spin. The tires will rotate once or twice before the truck ever moves.
So he's actually got 2 rotation head start on you.
Yeah, he does. And there's quite a bit of difference in ET.
Why it pays to be the fast qualifier, the fast runner. You get to pick your lane.
You know, that's exactly right, and Andy Brass knows that as well as anybody else. But once again, we're back on board with Fred SHAFER. Keep an eye on the left. That's where Bigfoot is. He's sitting off to your left. Barefoot, both drivers working into the lanes. We got a race. Boy, Brass.
Oh, but good. Wildfoot, Brass all over him. He had that one almost immediately. He nailed the whole shot on that, perhaps once again, that starting line where Barefoot was spinning the tires in that loose gravel, and Andy was gone.
You can make all the power in the world, but you can't put it to the ground. It's not doing you any good. It's like swinging at the air.
A look one more time.
I see Brass is moving. Yeah, you're exactly
rear
right.
tires are spinning on Barefoot right there, and Brass is a length away in no man's land. And Brass once again will find himself in the finals. How often have we seen that?
Quite a few times. Again, look at the driver's window. Brass is in the lane and is occupying the yellow kill switch I was telling you about. That's that light in the window that you see shining all the time. If that light wasn't on, they wouldn't be running that race. Again, it's a safety precaution.
We're going to put you right in the cockpit now. Rod with Fred SHAFER from the in-cab camera over the first set of cars, no man's land, second set, and the rough landing. Let's go trackside, though, right now and talk to Andy Brass.
Andy, you know those Dodge boys are coming after you Ford boys big time. You just put one of the big guns away, though.
Yeah, that's right. You know, the Ford Wildfoot's been running good for us. You know, we've been watching Fred and his Dodge. He's always been running good. He's been pulling some good times. We knew the thing we had to do was pull a lane choice. We run a fast time, got lane choice, put him over in the other lane, played with him a little bit on the line, played some head games, pulled down through there, and the Ford pulled away on him.
Okay, now, Andy, one of the things that Andy's talking about is when he talks about mind games and everything, lane choice is so important. The way the pairings come down is the top half of the field of 12, which means the first 6 run the bottom 6. So it's to your advantage to always go quicker than the guy you're racing against. That'll give you the option to pick the lane that you're going to go into. That's exactly what he's talking about. As long as he can stay quicker than the other guys, he gets to pick the good lane. The other guy didn't get that option. Back to you, Gary.
Well, Army, now it's the Dodge Express against Colt Cobra. Now, Brass's 5.28 mirrors his quick qualifying time and is the best ET tonight. And the winner of this race has to best that mark. Unfortunately, the Dodge of Ken DEPPE finds itself in the near lane. That is not the good lane to be in, so Colt Cobra has the fast lane.
Kind of reminds me of the guy that was standing at the airport when his ship came in. The Dodgers are drawing that bad lane tonight, and that is not the place to be.
Let me write that down. He was at the airport when his ship came in.
Meaning he's at the wrong place
at the wrong time. Well, the Dodge Express, Ken DEPPE, the Dodgers may have arrived this evening, but so far they've not been quick enough for lane choice, and Colt Cobra will have the lane choice, the good lane at this point.
In this round, he's racing the Dodge, and he's racing the clock, trying to get lane choice in the next round. Look at this. Hard not to look at that, wouldn't it?
Colt Cobra takes it, but we'll have to check the time now. Colt goes a 5.33, so Andy will have the lane choice, and guess which lane he'll take.
I'd bet a month's pay. Your pay.
Yeah, my pay, thanks. All right, let's go back and take a look again. Colt Cobra, the far lane, gets the good jump right here. Hey, he won it right there.
Yeah, instantly. And these Dodge guys are running super. It's just that they can't stick all that Hemi horsepower.
A pair of Fords will match up side by side for the championship here in Springfield. Now let's talk to Colt Cobra.
Colt, it's almost like there's something magic in the air out there tonight.
Yeah, Army, the magic in the air is definitely Ford power. Ford power is just putting it to the ground. We got 2 Dodge boys we just took out, 2 real tough competitors here tonight. Luckily, we scrosed past both of them going into the finals. I just hope we can keep it together and come out with a win here tonight. We really need it.
Oh, those Ford boys are happy as they've knocked out the Dodge contingent, and we are ready for the championship shootout here in Springfield, Missouri. So once again, as we take a look at Barefoot losing to Wildfoot, the Dodge Express losing to Snakebite, and it's the Bite and the Foot in the championship round. More night racing coming at you after these messages. Welcome back to the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds here in Springfield, Missouri for the Penda Monster Truck Thunder Drags. Gary Lee along with Army Armstrong. Now, Colt Cobra told us earlier, the only thing that will beat a Ford is a Ford. And that's what we're going to have in the finals, a pair of Fords. And prior to the final go-around, Army spoke with both of the drivers.
Well, Gary, the final said it's going to be a Ford and Ford show, but right now, Andy Brass, this kid out of Colorado, has got blood in his eyes.
Yeah, that's right. You know, we've been watching Snakebite here tonight. You know, he's been running not all that great all year, and all of a sudden today he's been running real good. You know, we've been watching him on his times. We'd pull a fast time, he'd beat it. We'd pull a faster time, he'd beat it again, you know. So he's been with us all night tonight. Hope we can get him off the light, pull him down through there, and we hope the Ford can do it for us.
Colt, you and Andy Brass in a final. This is worth buying a ticket for.
Yeah, it sure is, Army. Like I said, we come out, we're working hard. We finally got the truck working right tonight. Things are going our way. We drew a tough competitor with the Wildfoot. But I think after tonight's over, you're going to see just how bad this snake really is this year.
I'll tell you something, Gary. This guy believes he can win out of the lane that nobody else can win out of. He still believes in himself. He thinks he can put that Wildfoot on a trailer.
Well, he has to get the horsepower down and not spin those tires to have a chance against Wildfoot and Andy Brass.
They leave side by side. It's close.
Brass has a problem. Brass has broken Wildfoot. Snakebite will take the victory. I don't know that Snakebite could have won from that lane had it not been for a mechanical problem in Wildfoot.
I'll tell you one thing. The only thing I know is the crowd is hissing in the background, making that snake sound. That's an indication that Colt Cobra is taking a win. A well-deserved win, too. He didn't let that lane intimidate him. Watch how they moved. They a little far side. Andy got the jump on him. Colt went after him, but in no man's land, something went away on Andy Brass's
You
truck.
have to finish to win. Obviously a problem with Wildfoot. Andy Brass, as they would say, dead in the water. And the victory goes to Snakebite and Colt Cobra. Right here over that first set of cars, no man's land. He coasts to a stop.
Yeah, no smoke, no explosion, no fire. Something just broke on that truck. And he took a ride right there in that second jump.
Looks like he took some abuse there as the truck comes to rest on top of the cars, but we have a winner, and the winner is Colt Cobra.
Well, Colt Cobra, what can I say, man? These people went crazy. That was just one heck of a run.
Yeah, I knew I was going to have to put it to it. Like I said, the only thing that was going to beat a Ford was a Ford. We came out here, we got thrown in a bad lane. Andy had lane choice. Like I said, I knew we were going to have to run hard, be strong, and like I said, we think we got it back together. We think we're going to do real good this year. Thank you.
There's the sign, and here he comes right at you from the crush cam as Colt Cobra takes the victory. We won't have a chance to talk to Andy Brass. He is still down there inside the cab of Wildfoot, so our congratulations once again to Colt Cobra. For Army Armstrong, I'm Gary Lee. We'll see you next week on another edition of Trucks and Tractor Power. Now here's news and exciting video release from Diamond P Sports.